Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. So today I brought you this very colorful makeup look. It's all using drugstore products. I've been meaning to sit down and film a drugstore tutorial, so I thought today would be the day, and especially since I went to Ulta and I picked up this guy here. It is the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. I've been meaning to get a bright colored palette for quite some time. I wanted the Urban Decay electric palette, but it's pretty pricey. This guy is a little pricey as well. It's about $18, but if you think about it, you get 16 shadows, and that's basically like $1.12, $1.20 per eyeshadow. And the pigmentation is awesome. The blendability is great. I had no problem with it. So if you guys go to your Ulta, make sure, or if you see this at any drugstore, go ahead and pick it up. You will not be sorry, I promise. I think it's a really fun look and a little daring if you want to do bright eyes and a bright lip, but I also give you guys a nude lip option as well. I really don't have anything else to say other than go ahead and hit that like button if you like what you see, comment, share, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and let's get to the tutorial. Bye guys. So first I'm going to start with my face. I'm using the First Base Primer Spray from NYX. Sorry if there's background noise, but there is some yard work in my apartment complex today. So after that, I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to use my Youthful Wear Spotless by Physicians Formula foundation. I got mine in the shade medium, and it has an SPF of 15. You have to shake it before you use it, but I really like this foundation. It's very lightweight, and it has a nice scent to it. But after that, I'm going to go in with my Superstay Better Skin Camouflage Plus Corrector Concealer, and I got mine in the shade Ivory by Maybelline. I really like this concealer. It's very hydrating and it's non-creasing, at least on me, versus my Fit Me concealer. But it can also be the translucent powder that I use with it, which I'm going to show in a little bit. And I'm just blending out where I put that concealer foundation. But I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Translucent Powder in the number 100. It is for normal to oily skin. There's a sponge and mirror inside, but I really like this translucent powder. I usually use the Wet n Wild, what's it called? Matte powder, but I couldn't find it at CVS. But speaking of Wet n Wild, I am using their contour palette in Dulce de Leche. It has a very nice gray toned, cool toned contour powder, so I'm just going to use that all over my face. And then I'm going in with the Natural Bronzer by Rimmel. It is in the color Suntan. I will have all the items listed down below if I forget to mention them, but yeah, I'm just bronzing my face. And now I'm just going to contour with that Dulce de Leche color on my nose because I forgot to do that as I was using that contour palette. After this, I'm using this Wet n Wild, I think it's an apricot color blush. It's very iridescent and I like it. It doesn't have too much shimmer. I usually use Luminoso by Milani, but I thought I'd change it up. And now I'm using this Revolution Baked Highlighter. It's called Shimmer Lights, I believe. And it's a really cheap alternative to any other high-end highlighters, and I really like it. But now I'm going into this e.l.f. Nude Palette and taking a very subtle transition shade. We're going to have a lot of bright colors, so I'm trying to find something to blend them all together, and this shade is perfect for it. Any nude or any soft brown shade will do, but I forgot to film that I used the Milk Jumbo Pencil from NYX, but I just put that all over my lid just so the colors appear brighter. But now jumping into this palette, I'm going to be using this mustard color on the outer corners of my eyes. I was hoping it was a little bit more orange, so eventually I'm going to dip into the Morphe 350 palette. I'm using an orange since that's the only palette that I have a nice orange, but if you have any other palette that has orange, you can go ahead and use that on the outer corners. And I'm just going to pack that on top of the mustard color, and it gave a very nice subtle orange without it being so bright and like, whoa, right out there. Next, I'm going to be dipping into this yellow shade and packing it on the center of my lid, but on top of the orange as well, so it creates a nice transition and it's not so choppy. But then I'm going to go in with a fluffy angled brush to blend those two colors together, and eventually I'm going to get a crease brush that has no color whatsoever just to blend the colors nicely. After this, I'm getting this green toned lime green kind of color and packing that on top of the yellow as well, like I said, to create a nice transition. And I'm going to put it above the crease a little bit, and then I'm going to go back in and blend it out with that same blending brush without product. Dipping into the last green shade, I'm going to put that above that lime green as well to create that transition once again. I'm going to keep saying that, but all this is packing it on and blending it just so it looks like it has a nice cohesive look. Then after this, I'm going to pick up this very blue shade, like a baby blue, teal, I don't know what to call it, but I'm just going to put that in the inner corners and above that green and blend it in. Notice I'm using the same brush to apply all the colors because, I don't know, it makes it easier, and I'm trying to make it all blend together so it doesn't matter that it has the other color from before on it as well. And then I'm going to be taking that highlight shade and going to highlight the brow bone, and I'm going to use it in my inner corner as well. But underneath the eye, it's basically the same method with the same colors in the same order underneath the eye and bring it all the way to the inner corner. So you're just going to see me packing those on in order. Now I'm going to be taking this Glide Gel Liner from LA Girl in white, and I'm just going to tight line the waterline on the bottom. And now I'm taking a liquid liner from e.l.f. Any black liquid liner will do, and I'm just going to create a soft line on the top. I don't want it too bold to take away from the colors, but I do want definition. And now I'm just going to be taking the black shade from that e.l.f. palette, any black color will do, and just smudging out the liner. But now I just put on some spiked lashes from Ardell. Those are a pain in my butt. If you can see in my intro, one section of when I'm talking, they're lifting. You're probably going to see it in this too, but they lift super easy, so you're going to have to find a glue that sticks super well. I was using the glue that it came with from Ardell, and it didn't seem to help. But now for the lip options, I'm going to be using Born, I think it's Bare It All from Wet n Wild. It's a really nice nude shade, and I'm just going to put that all over the lips. I think it doesn't bring so much attention to the face, it just brings it to the eyes, which is really nice. But now let's go for the second option, which is actually my favorite. I'm going to be using Maybelline's Fuchsia Flash in 865, and I'm going to apply that to my lips as well. I like the bright eyes and the bright lips since I didn't use any pinks on my eyes, but that about completes this look. I hope you guys like it, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.